We see time pass waiting for success, expecting the big moment. We might be working for it, but still not living the days for real. Just picturing the goal, not taking the time to observe each step, without enjoying every little success, rushing the time as we could do it. And of course, we need to celebrate that big achievement, but we could celebrate more frequently. We could enjoy the day, the process. We could get the patience to practice or do what we need to do to get where we want to get. I know I might sound too optimistic, dreamer, but I wondered, when do we lose our ability to enjoy what we do without thinking too much where we're going with it? When do we start chasing success through a house, a degree, money, beauty, power, whatever success means to us? I know we aren't children anymore and we have responsibilities to fulfill, but I am just saying we could fulfill our responsibilities, achieve our goals, and enjoy ourselves along the way. Once I wrote a reminder: make every minute count. It is a decision, and life is happening just right now. Feel, be present, enjoy every second, the path, good and bad things, because all is part of life. If on April 3rd of 2018, someone would have told me, today's writing is going to be part of your podcast in June 2021, I would have laughed at it. But life is surprising, and it is happening. For this, more than anything, we have to make sure to live today. This is Nayreth Mesones, and welcome to another episode of Shaking Angles. And here we are in another episode of Shaking Angles. This episode has been tough. Once again, I'm repeating to myself, get the strength and patience to learn, to enjoy, to practice and improve. To be honest, I didn't know how to introduce this episode. I didn't have the connection and the words. Maybe because so many things don't flow naturally on me yet. But do you know what's the first thing that comes to our mind when we don't have the result that we want? To give up. To quit whatever we are doing. And that's today's topic. Isn't it funny? I am living what I am trying to express. The point is, we are always rushing to get the great result, to get the success. We spend hours, days, waiting for the perfect moment and success. And when we have it, when we finally achieve that, the feeling of fulfillment doesn't last more than a few days. Even worse, we might quit if we don't see big changes in the short term. But what we need is to observe our daily success, our small progress. From my point of view, we need to adjust our perception to enjoy fulfillment for longer. At least that's what I needed it. Have you ever told yourself, I'll be successful when, for example, I'll be successful when I found the job of my dream, when I have a business with millions of dollars of profit, when I have a car and a house, when I lose 10 kilos and have the perfect body. I'll be successful when I graduated from college. What if we don't get that? One day, a professor from college told me, you don't become an engineer when you graduate. You are becoming an engineer every day. For some unknown reason, I did not forget that. I didn't understand the depth of this message until years later. But the truth is, for so long, I had told myself I'll be successful when I graduate. That feeling of accomplishment and success lasted a few days. And of course, I'm proud of becoming an engineer, but the feeling was quickly gone. The celebration with my family was very special. It was my graduation plus my grandmother's birthday. It was great. But the next few days after the handover, I felt like, now what? I already had a job, so for me nothing changed other than the paper that certified I knew about electrical engineering. It was then when the sentence from my professor had so much sense. The big moment wasn't the graduation. The big moments were every day studying and doing everything to be an engineer. I didn't realize I was also successful every day when I decided to get up and go to study. When I decided not to go to that party because I had a test in 3 weeks. But I was also successful when I said, the test is in 3 weeks and I have studied a little bit. So it's okay if I go to the party this time. To have fun was part of it. I was successful when I stayed up the whole night because I needed to finish or because it was at that time when I felt like studying. I was successful when I looked for help because I didn't understand that topic. Also, when I felt a test and I studied even more to pass the next one. Why didn't I notice that? Do you notice your daily success? So, what I had called a success was the compilation of daily successes. Maybe because I was rushing the time to get the certification, dreaming of the future. But I had success in front of me day after day, and I didn't notice it. After that, I have had different occasions where I have to remind myself to slow down, to feel and live today, to enjoy success today. And hear this. One of the things that I enjoy the most in life is dancing. When I was little, I used to dance everywhere. I could find the rhythm in all kinds of noises. And I remember my grandmother, Carmen, telling me, could you stop and eat? When I went to college, the idea was to study and dance. But I decided to quit dancing and continue studying electrical engineering. While in college, I danced at every party from the beginning to the end, non-stopping. So it was okay, I didn't miss dancing. But when I came to Australia, I was busy with everything. Didn't have much dancing around. Like in 2 years, I went maybe to 2 parties. At some point, I missed it. I needed to go back to dancing, and I started doing it at home. What would you think happened? Oh, my biggest moment of fulfillment finally got there. Well, no. The truth was, it was annoying. I was frustrated trying to get back to something I used to enjoy, and it didn't work. I was all messed up because I couldn't do it in the same way. I started thinking why I don't enjoy it anymore. I was upset with myself because I couldn't do it right. I couldn't learn a routine right and quickly. So, comparing to what I have done when I was little, I realized that getting to that level of dancing that I had when I was a teenager took me more than 6 months. And I wouldn't have a clue how many hours I spent on it. So, how was it possible to think to get to the same level in 2 weeks? Then I noticed I was more worried about what people would think than enjoying the moment, even though I was alone in a room. And also, of course, my patience was gone. I also realized that when I was little, I didn't care if it was the right step, the right rhythm. I just did it, felt it, enjoyed it. And that's it. So, because I was enjoying it, I was willing to practice a lot more, which helped me to get better. And more importantly, I wasn't anxious about the result. I wasn't expecting or thinking I need to be successful at this. At the age of 8, 10, or 12, I'm sure that success wasn't part of my vocabulary. When I was little, I didn't care where I was going with the dancing. I just liked it. For no reason. But when we start growing, we start listening to comparisons, patterns, opinions, beliefs, and standards that apparently we need to meet. And when we are different, we don't meet those standards. It's when we think we are wrong and we don't feel good with ourselves. Even if we are alone in a room, those standards are with us, in our unconscious. We don't need to meet those standards. Once I read, each of us has an unique way of expression. I think we have to make sure to express ourselves in that unique way. This points with the fact of how I used to enjoy it when I was little, gave me the freedom to dance more relaxed, to dance and enjoy it. What's important is I am the one who's doing it. I am the one who needs to enjoy it. I don't need to rush it, to put pressure on it. Doesn't matter if it doesn't look great. Just need to feel great. A lot of time, the way to enjoy something is to have the satisfaction that we made a decision today that is taking us where we want to be tomorrow. We've been taught success is a goal, is the result, but I am focused on every small decision because they are constantly taking me closer to a goal, and so keeping me motivated, choosing my daily successes. But it's something I need to remind myself every day because it is easier to think in the big result. Rushing to the big success is still in my unconscious mind. Recently, I caught myself thinking I'll be successful when I become a strong old lady. Yes, I want to be an old lady. But immediately said, no, I am successful today when I decide to eat healthy, when I decide to exercise, when I decide to take a step closer to that image. When I decide, today I won't eat that cake, I will do it tomorrow when I can organize my nutrients in all my food, including it. Success is happening today. And I can be happy for longer. Not only in 10 years. No, well, I'll be old in 20. Maybe. Sorry. Besides, if something happens and I can't, for example, exercise anymore, I did get to enjoy when I could. I did everything I could when I could do it. And then will be time for different things. I think it's very important for us to forget about what people will think or say. As long as it doesn't hurt anybody, we need to do what we want to do no matter what. I've realized that little Nayreth is the best teacher I have had. She taught me to recover the patience to do anything as if no one is looking, to enjoy it freely, no matter what others say. To practice to master is the key, with no desperation, no rushing, just feeling it and expressing myself in the way I feel it, not in the way others would say or think is nice. And remember, success is along the way. The goal is just the end. Be conscious of your plan. Be conscious about what you did today is taking you where you want to be. And don't forget to look for daily success. Get gratification today. And that's everything for today. Thank you very much for being in another episode here in Checking Angles. Remember to subscribe if you want to keep updated with our episodes and to share if you found this information helpful. See you next time.